This week, I had a chance to chat with Peter King from NBC Sports. He is a legendary sports writer, been covering the NFL for almost 40 years. Anything about the NFL and everyone in the NFL, Peter King knows it. His insight is fantastic. He knows so many people and has for so long. I wanted to ask him about where the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes himself fits into the fabric of the NFL, both right now and in history, and about that comparison between our guy and their guy. So, Peter, thanks for meeting with us this morning. I'm glad to have your time. I know you're a busy guy around the Super Bowl, so thank you for your time this morning.
Hey, you're welcome. Happy to do it.
Can you put this team and this quarterback in the context of the league? And we've heard lots of, we've never seen anything like this before. I'm not asking you to compare it necessarily, but can you put it in context what we're watching right now?
You're seeing the perfect quarterback for this era of football. You sort of put that all together with Andy Reid and what I would call this democratic way of offensive football. That is what's lost here. Maybe not lost, but it's still under a rock. People do not realize the democracy of the Kansas City offense. And I'm not saying it's unlike anything I've seen, but for a quarterback to be that young and to have that much power, I think is really, really impressive.
What's our obsession with naming a greatest of all time? All the time.
What is so hard to realize and what is so hard to think about, honestly, is that Tom Brady has played in 14 conference championship games. And I said, nobody will ever do that. And everybody said, whoa, 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 whoa. Patrick Mahomes now. He's 25 years old. This is his third one. And I said, I get it, but it's his third one. So, that would mean that in his last, say, 15 years that he plays football, or however long it is, but let's just say he plays till he's 40 like a normal human being, instead of like Brady. But that would mean that he would have to get to the AFC Championship game 11 times in his next 15 years. He might.
If I were to put the over-under on Super Bowls for him, championships for him at 4.5, you taking the over or the under?
I'd probably take the under. It's such a violent game that I don't know where the future is. But if you gave me 4.5, I would take the under and not be surprised at the over. I'm 63 years old, and I wouldn't mind for the rest of my life, whenever I stop doing this, just sitting there watching Mahomes every Sunday and just sitting there and appreciating it.
Have you put your prediction out yet, or do you have your?
I picked the Bucks because I picked the Bucks in my preseason pick. I picked them to beat Baltimore 30-25